Howdy folks, so I recently made a video talking about what's currently in my bag and what I'm planning to take to Iceland for the bird migration. I thought I would take you through it now, how I'm going to pack it, because I got a bunch of questions from people of what do you pack in check-in, what do you carry on. I've done videos like this in the past, but I thought I've kind of updated my strategy a little bit, so I thought I would talk you through it. Now, this is the gear, except I have an FE here to stand in for the Z9 that I'll be taking along with the other Z9 and the Z8, and then pretty much this is the actual kit. And of this stuff, this will all be carried on with me. I don't take any cameras and lenses in my check-in ever, but my tripods, monopods, all of that kind of thing will be checked in with my my clothes and everything. Now, just a quick overview on packing strategy before I show you specifically how I'm going to pack all of this. If you're flying with a non-budget airline, so just your normal airline alliance, you'll normally get one carry-on plus one personal item. Now, I do have a roller bag, which is actually bigger and has more room than the backpack I'm taking. And then you're allowed to, for personal items, they often say like a laptop bag or a backpack, that kind of thing. But I feel like the roller, along with my giant backpack, is enough that it could kind of cause alarm, whereas I find laptop bags very, very rarely ever get weighed. And if you're a woman, or if you're traveling with a woman, if they have as their personal item a handbag, in my experience, they never get checked. So having your heaviest, smallest items in there is a really good way of going about it. Now, believe it or not, if you exclude the 400mm lens from this kit, this is actually less gear than I took for my recent trip to Las Vegas for NAB and to shoot for my desert-themed photo shoot with Steph. That's a brand new course over at my art portraiture website. It's post-apocalyptic. We take you to abandoned buildings, out into the dry salt lakes. Some really cool concrete jungle locations as well, show you shooting with available light, fill flash, as well as smoke grenades. It's really cool. You can check it out. Full details are in my link tree. The next thing is I don't want to take so much hand carry that I'm like excluding other people on the plane from being able to fit their stuff in. That's not fair when you see like people sneaking 6 bags on and then other people have no room. So I do keep to the volume that you're allowed to have, but the weight I am being cheeky on. So I'm going to talk you through all of that, but essentially this will all be good. And I have to say I'm quite lucky. I won't mention which flight I'm on or anything, but because of my Qantas status, I get to fly in alliance partners and get the business class check-in. So except for the budget carriers that are within the alliance, it's very, very rare that I ever get my check-in, my carry-on weighed anyway. So by not drawing attention to it looking like I have too much, we're generally fine. Then it's just a matter of how is my back going to hold up through all of it. Now, let's just jump right in, and I'll put the biggest lens, which is my 400 2.8 TC, over to one side. That I'll also be taking the 2x TC with, which is really small, so that will just fit in on top of what I'm showing you here. The headphones, actually, when I'm really near the limit of my carry-on, then I often switch these out for the in-ear ones. But seeing this is a really long flight and I want the best noise cancellation, I may actually carry these ones and then I can just wear them on if needs be. That's the other tip. They don't weigh you yet. So if they were to say, okay, we are going to weigh bags, or if I see ahead in the line that they are weighing everyone's hand carry, I'll stop and take out my bag of batteries, which I have all together, so then they're able to scan them, in one area, and I don't have to ferret around my bag to find batteries. And then I will get my biggest lenses and put them on cameras and wear my double camera strap, and then I'll put whatever heavy stuff I can, cards, SSDs, all of that stuff, and put them into my pocket so that when I go to the check-in counter, my bags are pretty much empty. Well, at least they're going to be under the limit. And then once you've got your boarding pass, before you go through security, you can repack everything. That has gotten me through every situation. Now, I don't know if I finished the circle on that, but because I don't want to take a roller and a really big backpack, I'm taking a backpack which really doesn't look over the top, and it's got really nice waist support. I normally don't use this, but when I'm traveling with the big kit, I do, because this is going to end up being quite heavy. In my day-to-day shooting on the trip, I won't be carrying all of this with me at once. I won't even be having all of the lenses, all of the cameras with me day to day on the trip. I'll be leaving some of this in the city, because where I start and finish the trip with my guests is the same hotel. So I'll be able to leave equipment there for the entirety of the trip that I don't need until I get back, and then I'm going on to do portraits. So what I carry day to day will be the birding kit. So this is the companion, I don't remember what, something backpack. I'll pop a link to it below, you can check it out. It does have space for a laptop, but I won't actually be carrying my laptop in here, because without a laptop, the back becomes a whole lot more malleable and can take more stuff, essentially. And this is actually going to have a lot of excess space in it, believe it or not. So 70 to 200, I'll pop down here in the middle. Now that actually gives me room that I can kind of crush these side pockets in to fit more stuff there. Okay, so 70 to 200 there in the middle. Z9 down on one side. And the other Z9 will actually fit in there beside it. This is a much smaller camera, but you'll see I have space to the top of it and there's space above, so that's where my other Z9 will be. Then I'll pop small lenses in sideways here and put them on top of each other, 2 at a time. I've got the Hasselblad 90mm here, and actually I'll pop that on top, and wide angle. So they go in there together. The 24 to 70, let's see if I can remember how I draft packed this. And the 85 and 50 in there. Then the Z8, well, I'm kind of swimming in space at the moment. I don't think this is how I originally had it packed out, but let's see. I might do you in this way, you in this way, you guys in there. I'm now wishing I hadn't tilted my bag up so you could see in it, because it's getting a bit unwieldy. And then the Hasselblad, and I should note, the Hasselblad cameras, I do kind of baby them. So I normally wrap the camera and lenses up in the protective wraps they come with before I pack them in the bag. But see, that all actually fits really nice and easily. And I'm not at all using this top section, so I can check in wearing my jacket in case I need the extra pockets, that kind of thing. But then roll it up and put it in the top here. Sometimes I travel with extra snacks, that kind of thing, because I have 24 hours of flying, so I can pop that in the top there. Any other documents I want, I can fit little bits and pieces in here. For example, when I want to, I can throw my headphones in there. So closing that guy up. That's the majority of it. And in terms of tripods and monopods, I'll be using a monopod for the long lens, and I normally travel with 2 or 3 tripods because I'll be making a course whilst I'm in Prague, 1 week in Prague, so that needs tripods. Then I have my field tool. I always have a few extra attachments for Black Rapid, all of my cards, a bunch of lens cloths, the DJI Pocket Osmo, my GoPro that I smashed up filming my recent trip over in Nevada, the desert shoot, still works though. My wallet and everything, the bag of batteries, and then the 400. So the 400, you think, am I gonna carry it in its own little backpack, whatever? No, this is my think tank laptop bag. It never raises suspicion. It can go down this small, but then if you're putting it on top of a roller, you can actually unzip it even more than that to fit more stuff. And this lens, I have the hood off right now and just got the foot on. This lens fits in here, no problem, not even a tight fit. And then I can pack the hood in with my clothing. That doesn't need to be here, it's, you know, quite bulky. Then, batteries. I have these new bags I got from 21 grams. I haven't decided which one yet, but I think I'll take this one as an everyday carry. So putting my wallet, card wallet, passport, I put some of my SSDs and cables and all of that kind of thing in here as well. That will fit. The Osmo, the GoPro, the tool, I may actually check in because 1 or 2 airports, actually only Sydney, have started to take issue with these, and I end up having to talk to security because they think an Allen's key or a star screwdriver is some kind of a problem. But that all fits in there easily. And then I'll also have my laptop tucked in there, and that really isn't an issue. And I have a big padded strap on it. This is actually off a Lowepro bag. This bag, like my roller, has been all around the world with me so many times. They're just so strong, they're indestructible. Basically, where all the points are, you would think, oh, with that much weight, is it gonna be an issue? None of it shows even a frayed stitch. It's amazing how much these guys fit in. Then in my check-in, I'll most likely carry this guy. This is another bag from 28 grams that fits just kind of everyday stuff. So when I have a day off in the city or when I'm walking around Prague, it's lockable and I can have little bits and pieces in there like my wallet and whatnot. But then I haven't tried this one out yet, but this is a really small camera bag that has really nice hardware, and I think could be the perfect kit if I'm doing a walk around day with the Hasselblad and a spare lens or 2, plus phone and battery pack and all of that kind of thing. So I'll probably pack that one full of socks and put it into my check-in so that I can carry that with me as well. So that's pretty much it. I know that's a lot of gear, but for what's going to end up being about a month on the road, running a photo tour, making several different videos as I go, making an entire course, as well as doing bird photography, landscape photography, and portrait photography, I don't think it's too much. So the little things that I haven't shown are the 2x teleconverter. I'll also be taking along half a dozen SSDs. I expect over the month I'll probably make 4 to 6 terabytes worth of data, and I want to have that backed up multiple times. Let me know how you guys pack, if you have any tips for people who are going to be taking an international trip and trying to figure out how to pack their equipment. Any of the gear that I've mentioned here in terms of packing, I will have linked below for you as well. Let me know your questions. Check out the new desert photo shoot. It's in my link tree below, and I'll see you guys soon. Microphone on. Test, test, test. Okay, so let's do a little fuck me.